Evening, I'm Jason Sterling. I am a member of the EA Creator Network. As such, some of the assets you'll see here in games, some of the packs you'll see being used, were provided free of charge by the EA Creator Network and the Game Changers program before that. Now that the disclaimer is out of the way, let me make sure that we are live here. We should be live. Let's see here. Tonight, we're going to work on the building you see there, the Axiom Tower Penthouse, right? That's kind of what I'm calling it right now. That is a preliminary name for it. I just started on it today. Let's see here. Here we go. Should be live now. And we are live. Okay, yeah, I just started on it today. It's brand new. There is a penthouse. There's actually two penthouse lots in the new town. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I don't know if I know how to pronounce it either. But there's two new penthouse lots with this new pack coming out. The one that we've seen on the trailer, the new trailer, is only 15 by 20, which means it's actually 13 by 18 buildable area. That's pretty small, but you can see here I went ahead and started working on something. The trailer, I shouldn't say the pack because I haven't seen the pack, but the trailer gives me kind of a weird sort of 70s, 80s kind of vibe on the furnishings and kind of the decor and the wallpapers and stuff like that. It has that weird sort of feel to me. So I'm kind of taking that. I'm going to run with that on this particular build. Going to kind of come at it from maybe a little bit of an upscale 80s sort of feel, like an early 80s type of feel. And one thing I always think of when I think of the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, there were a lot of ups and downs, right? A lot of steps. So you'll see here we have, kind of a sunken living area. We have a raised dining area, right? That's kind of where I'm coming at with this. I would make it actually a little bit more sunken, maybe even a little bit more raised, but we don't have a lot of room because it is a 20 by 15 lot for stairs. So if we do it like this, they'll just treat this single, step here as a stair. They'll step up on it without an actual staircase there. Let me take that off. That was something I was working with. And the other thing with the 80s and late 70s is atriums. And I always see kind of atriums in that era. We still have atriums today. There were some atriums before that, but I feel like, it was kind of this sort of mall style atriums, right? With planters and greenery and gardens and lots of light coming in. And you did see that some in upscale housing and stuff as well. You'd see these sort of larger, more voluminous spaces, cathedral ceilings, two-story spaces, and a lot of indoor like planters like this, which was essentially, in a lot of cases, they were literally open to the ground. Okay, they were open to the ground so you could grow true plants and stuff in them. I guess there's some problems with them. I don't know what the problems really would have been, but you do not see that any longer. You do not see that any longer. I think if you had it directly open to the ground, in theory, you could end up with like a gopher or something coming up into your house, right? Would that be right? Maybe they weren't open to the ground. I swear though, that's what I've read. Is like a planter like this in the 80s would have been literally open to the ground underneath it. So I went ahead and put one in here in the Sims for this particular penthouse that's going to be used in the new Lovestruck pack. Okay, so we've got a 4-level penthouse here. Again, I wouldn't necessarily do 4 levels, but being a 20 by 15 lot, we don't have a lot of space. And if we're going to have any outdoor area, we got to build up. We do have this nice patio out here though, sort of terrace, I guess, since it's going to be on a skyscraper. It's a terrace, and here on the second floor, we're going to have kind of a family room up here. 2 spare bedrooms or kids' bedrooms here. And then up here, kind of a master retreat. So we'll have like a master bedroom, bath, and closet, kind of a sitting area or office area, and then some access to the adults, sort of terrace off of their bedroom. Down on the first floor, we've got some general seating areas, maybe something here. Like I said, a little sunken sort of formal living room over here. This is going to be a bar area. I'm going to use, there's a new round bar coming, right? New rounded bar coming in the Lovestruck pack that was in the trailer. It looks really cool. So I'm going to put the bar probably up against this wall here. And we can have like kind of a little lounge area down here for before dinner, obviously a dining room. And then back here, we'll have the kitchen, right? We're going to do a kitchen back here with a sort of butler's pantry and staging area in this area. And then an additional sort of serving area out here. I don't know. I'm just playing around with a lot of this stuff right now. With this particular apartment, I do intend to change out most of the furnishings once this new pack is here. Because like the dining room table, I love this round table. But I do think we'll use the new table and chairs that was shown in the trailer. They have that sort of 70s, 80s vibe. Sort of late 70s, early 80s type of vibe to it. We're going to go back here. Now, one thing I do want to change right off the bat, because when I was building this, I didn't think about the windows. And I do think I'm going to use these windows or something like it from the new pack. So this wall completely intersects it. So we're going to go through here. We're going to grab another wall, and maybe let's go ahead and just close this part off and make the only serving point right here for the dining room. I thought maybe 2 entrances would be great, and I do still think that, but I don't want to use a doorway. And well, maybe I could use it. I'm going to second guess it. You know, maybe now I think about it, I could put a doorway there, or if I'm going to do it, I guess I could do this. And then I could put maybe a piece of art here in the dining room or something like that. Maybe I could go ahead and do a doorway there. The big problem is I don't like that. You know, I don't want it intersecting that window. So to solve that, we could use a door here. Or we could put in an archway as well. We could put in an archway. And I think I'll wait with putting something there, see where we're going with it, and see what we get in the new pack. There's bound to be, there should be quite a few new things in the new pack. There are some things evident in, you know, the trailer, but we'll see when it all gets here. Okay, so let's pick out some kitchen cabinets. Again, I didn't see a kitchen highlighted in the new trailer that I can recall. I don't think there is a new kitchen. We have some nightclub stuff, some loungy stuff. We saw a living room and a bedroom represented. Saw kind of an entryway, you know, a lobby and an entryway represented, but we did not see a kitchen. So I'm going to go with the fact that we're not getting a new kitchen. It's okay. There are things I can use here for a kitchen. There's a lot of stuff I actually like, you know, kitchen wise. And I do think we're going to maybe go with something like this. I don't know what color I want to use it in. This is from the Cool Kitchen pack. This is an old school type of pack. Again, I'm not real sure. I mean, thinking of the 80s, I would think just white or black. But I think I'm going to go with a red. I like this red, and we'll just start by putting these out here. It can always be changed, right? Everything can always be changed around. And speaking of that, let's change this right now. I think we will change that. We're going to go ahead and put kind of a bar version here. And then we'll grab some upper cabinets here in a minute. Now, we've got a really big kitchen. My idea is that we will do, you know, a table over here for the family. And then maybe a sort of island here so that it doesn't interfere with that window, right? Again, we don't want to put cabinets and stuff in front of the window. I want to keep it completely open. So let's start with, where can we put cabinets? Now we need a place to put the stove. We need a place to put the refrigerator. And we need then cabinet space. Now the stove could go in an island here in the middle of the kitchen, right? It could go in an island out here. The refrigerator, I think we'll put here on this wall. I think, because I have an idea of what I want to do with these cabinets, the upper cabinets that match this set coming up right here. So let's put this here. let's grab the corner versions of it. Like, oops, come on. Oh, stuck. Okay, there it goes. It's making me a little nervous. I did have this crash on me today when I was at work, when I was first working on this. I did have it crash. I'm hoping that gets fixed. I've had a little trouble building here lately. I had some crashing with the roof lines and then like today. Now, of course, I will say frequent saving saves you, right? So I do try to remember to save frequently during this more tricky time, I'm going to call it. But hopefully Maxis is working on it. I'm sure they are. Let me find here where was that stuff? Down here. Now, what I want to do with this is something I did a while ago. Let's get it in red here. This makes kind of a really cool... Whoops, hold on. I need a cheat. This makes a pretty cool... I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I don't know. Will anybody else think it's cool? Maybe not. A pretty cool sort of stack of cabinets here. I don't know if it's going to really work in this space. I'm going to go ahead and build it into this space. And then if it doesn't work, I can take it out and maybe put it someplace else. My thought is that it would be really cool to put a sort of desk or something there, but I don't really have the room. That is the first thing that pops into my head, is to do something like that, but we're not going. I guess I won't. We'll go ahead and let's see here. Find a sink. Whoops. And we could pull this sort of stuff over here, maybe. I don't know. I'd done this once before where it kind of wrapped around a wall like this. I really can't do it because of the window here. That's kind of what I really want to do, but I don't really have the means to do it, really. So maybe I won't end up using it. I kind of want to. I do want to. I'll think about it. I'm going to think about it for now. Let's go ahead and we'll grab this sort of island. Let's do the different version of it, though. Something like that. Do. We might... Let me see. Let's take that out. I need the stove. I'm going to go ahead and grab the stove and put it in here before we get too far along. Where is the stove that matches all this stuff? The great thing about Cool Kitchen is it's got this pretty vibrant red. Now, okay, let me think about this for just a second. I want this to seem like it is a big enough kitchen for a penthouse, right? Now, there's only so big we can go. Again, I'm going to repeat this over and over and over. It's a 20 by 15 lot, you guys. It is really small for a penthouse, but I'm just determined to make it work. I really am. And I do consider it kind of a challenge. I will say that. While I would love a much larger lot, I truly would. And I was a little disappointed in the size of the lot, to be honest with people. I was. But at the same time, I do kind of find it to be sort of a challenge to deal with this and kind of, get it to a point that I'm really happy with. And so far, I'm not unhappy with it. I'm a little nervous about the kitchen here. Hope I can kind of pull this out of a hat, so to speak. Hopefully I can make this work. Now, let's see here. Let's try. What if I should go look up the build where I used this before and see how I did it there. Make sure I'm actually doing this properly. Let's put this over here, maybe like that. I mean, the idea was to give this sort of impression of a rounded wall. Bring this up here. So that has a sort of vaguely Art Deco appearance, and then, you know, could bring a wall across like that, right? So that is kind of possible to do. I don't know. Looking at it, I don't like it as much as I like it in my memory. The memory of it that I have in my head, I do like. I think maybe this kitchen just isn't going to. It just isn't going to be the right shape for it. At least not right now. Because I'm running it through my head, you know, the ideas of what it could look like, and nothing's really hitting with me on it. So, okay, we'll take that out. Let's go ahead and grab our upper cabinets for this particular kitchen and get this filled in here. I do love the cabinets from this pack too. I feel like I haven't used this in a while. I haven't used it in a while. But Cool Kitchen was really not bad. At the time when it came out, people were not very happy. I will say that. People were not very happy about it when it first came out. I think the expectation when it was announced was that it was going to be a kitchen-centric pack, which it was, but that it would have a whole bunch of different kitchen styles, and instead it just had one kitchen style, and then it had like ice cream, right? It had like the ice cream maker, and you could make ice cream and stuff. So yeah, I remember there being some upset over that. I was not upset. I wanted a new kitchen. I was very glad to see that we were going to get, you know, this new kitchen, Cool Kitchen, in these bright colors. Let's see here. That was such a long time ago. It's kind of crazy how long The Sims 4 has been around now. We are coming up on 10 years. You know, it's gonna be like the 10-year anniversary coming up in just a couple of months. In fact, that's right? Because it's like September 3rd, maybe, is The Sims 10-year anniversary. So yeah, I mean, it's coming right up. My first thought was to put a wall here, but it feels too closed in, so I'm going to take it out. Now let's try to find a little table to put back here. I have kind of run out of space over here. I feel like it's really just not as big as I was thinking earlier when I was laying this out. Oh, there's going to be plenty of room. This is lots of room. No, it's not really lots of room, but maybe we can fit in like a little breakfast table over here. And we'll grab, you know, there's a couple of, where are they here? These chairs. I love these chairs. I really, really do. I use these a lot. They are the sort of lucite or plastic or whatever you want to imagine they are. I imagine they're lucite. I actually have some lucite chairs in my shop. And they come in all these great colors. I normally really, really love the, you know, obviously the rainbow one. Love it. But, it's got red, right? And the red actually matches the rest of this kitchen, so we're going to go with that. Now, for flooring in here, I'm not real sure. I mean, typically I like to just keep the same type of flooring going because this isn't a sealed off room, right? But at the same time, if we're going to go with an 80s sort of feel, we probably should bring in some sort of tile, right? Not a wood laminate, not something like that, but an actual tile. I use this a lot. I fall back on this a lot. I think we're going to go with flowing lines, though, maybe. We could do it in this sort of a color here. I'm going to be honest. I don't feel like that is super in keeping with the era, and I might actually... It probably should just be white, like a white tile floor. I just think that's going to be too boring. I really don't want to do a boring kind of floor like that. We could look at doing black. I love this color here. I just don't think it's in keeping with the era, but I think I will keep it for now. And in fact, we could maybe use that because it's kind of a nice flooring throughout the rest of the house here. Or we might do a gray slate. That's another thing that I was thinking of doing. Do we have a gray slate, kind of? I think. I mean, we got that. High style concrete, not the same thing. We do have this sort of stuff, which is kind of cool. We've got this. That's very cool. I do like that a lot. It is a little dark, and I wouldn't mind keeping this place kind of light, but it's a big maybe. I'm going to go with it for now. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the family areas, I think. Down here as well. What about the kitchen? I don't know. Let's see here. We could use it in the kitchen. It's a tile, and I think it does kind of fit. I am glad to be home today. It's actually pretty late where I am. It is past 8 o'clock. It's going to be 9 soon. I started work today at 8. Got home at around close to 8. So it was a long day, about 12 hours, but it went pretty well. I'm a hairdresser. Not everyone knows that. Some people do. I've probably mentioned it from time to time. And it was a good day. It was a pretty good day. Not too many crazy people. Well, no crazy people today, actually, as a matter of fact. I think that's why the day went okay, even though it was super long, was because nobody was crazy. And if you've ever worked any sort of service profession at all, of which, of course, hair is a service profession, then you know, boy, people can be crazy. Let's see here. I'm going to throw a bar, I think, in here. It's just a placeholder. Let's see what we've got going. And they were, I'm going to say, they were never more crazy than when I was in hair school. I mean, talking about crazy clients, it just kind of pops into my head. When you're in hair school, the point of hair school is so that you can work on people in the public. And when you screw them up, you don't get in trouble, right? When you screw them up, they can't take you to court and sue you because it's a school. And so you get a lot of crazy people at hair school. And I had someone once, and she was out of her head. And she wanted it was actually someone else's client. And I kind of took over for them because they had to leave or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But she wanted her hair dyed red and white stripes. And I, of course, was like, you mean like a candy cane? Is that what you wanted? And she's like, it turns out she was like a roller derby girl, right? This roller derby girl. And that's not what she wanted exactly. She wanted red and white because that was the colors of her roller derby. But I was like, I can't believe that and it was a mess. The person had been working on it. First of all, this chick had dyed her hair and bleached her hair and dyed her hair and bleached her hair like about 1 million times. And there was nothing left there to work with. It was just a porous mess. I don't think I'm going to use that one. I do like that, but I wish it didn't have a blanket on it. I say that all the time about furniture in The Sims. I wish it didn't have blankets and pillows on it. Really do. So she wanted it done, and this other poor student starts doing it. And I do like that. That might be kind of cool, kind of modern. Let's do that. And, they put this hair dye on there, and already looking at it, I'm not sure what they used anymore at this point, but it was just a sloppy mess, and they'd bundled it up in all these foils. And I come over there, and it's been taking forever. Okay, well, yeah, it takes forever. You're at a hair school. Nobody knows how to do anything there. And they haven't learned to be fast yet, right? Or faster. There's plenty of stylists out there that really aren't fast. I mean, they really aren't. But she's starting to get pissed off, which is probably why that student, hurriedly had to leave. She didn't want to deal with her anymore. I don't blame her. But I go over there to try to finish it up, and this chick is pulling the foils out. She's getting color everywhere on all of her existing hair, and she's got bleach on part of it to bleach it white. That stuff broke off, by the way. Bleach it white. And then she's got this red on the other part. And I'm like, God damn it. So I'm telling her, leave it alone. Quit pulling those out. You know, you're making a mess everywhere. And she's getting mad at me. And she's like, I want these out. I got to go. I didn't know this was going to take all day. And I'm like, well, it is a hair school. It is a hair school. That's why it takes so long. But she's pulling them out. And she's like, I'll go wash this out myself. And of course, I told her, I said, you know what? I'll take you out there and wash your head out in the puddle and the potholes in the parking lot. That looks pretty good. I kind of like that. In the end, I think we both kind of settled into each other. I like the red on that too. I'm thinking red because of the kitchen. That's where that story's kind of coming from. We did both kind of settle down, and I did take her to the bowl, and I did start washing her hair out, and we didn't finish it. I just started washing out what was done because she was ready to go. She had to go to work or something. And it just, like, the red that they put on there just washed right off. And the, let's see, maybe that? Maybe. And of course, the bleach part, some of it took, but some of it just flat out broke. Just flat out broke. And it was just a mess. It was a mess. I didn't know what to do with her. I didn't have to do nothing, actually. What did I have to do with her? Nothing. I just told her, I'm like, well, your hair just really wasn't in good condition to be bleached. And, if you want to talk to an instructor about it, that's the great thing about hair school. You can always fall back on the instructor. Let me get you an instructor. They'll handle this. And that's basically what she got. Let's see here. But I didn't have anybody like that today. I had great people today. I was plenty happy with it. Let's use this. This looks a little bit like an 80s kind of table to me. We've got sort of, that gold look. You saw a lot of gold and brass type looks in the 80s. It's got a clear glass top on top of it. Another kind of quintessential 80s sort of thing. I kind of like this little setting. It's kind of a small room, but it's nice. It's kind of intimate. Let's see what kind of rug we have here. Naturally, if we're going for the 80s, we probably ought to look at an Oriental rug. But what have we got to use as far as Oriental rugs go? We have something like this. I'd like to find maybe a blue to use against that red. That's kind of the tore-up version. I think there's a not tore-up version of that. We also have some pretty good options here. We've got that. Now, that's nice. It's a little big. Let's see here. We'll go like that. That's not too bad, actually. I kind of like that. We might stick with that. Let me check here and see what we've got. Kind of some mid-century modern looks. Got that. So I think about the best we can do with that particular rug would be that sort of look there. I would still really like to go with something more in a blue range, in a blue tone. Kind of complement the red. Let's see here. That's kind of blue. Like that. One thing that I feel like also was kind of a quintessential 80s thing, I can kind of remember this, and also just, looking at magazines and design books and stuff over the years, most of the houses had wall-to-wall carpet, right? And a lot of areas did. And then they would put these, Oriental rugs. This isn't really an Oriental rug, but it's close enough. These sort of Oriental rugs out on top of the carpet, right? Instead of just on a floor, like a tile floor or a wooden floor. I don't intend to do that here. I don't really want to use carpet in here. I am going to stick with a tile. Oh, we've got this. What's this here? Maybe. So that's not bad. I think I like that a little bit better. There's a little bit more going on with it. Let's see here. What other versions do we have? We have... That's nice. That's nice. That's really nice. And it has a lot of blue in it and some red. Might be too much red with that red toned furniture, but what else do we have? We have that. I think I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with that there. I really do like that. I think that looks really pretty. Now, one thing I really like to do with this particular fireplace, and it works really well with this fireplace, is to install mirrors behind it. And it reflects the fire. Gives us a very modern sort of look. This is definitely a modern, penthouse, modern vibe to a lot of furniture in the pack. And we'll do the other side as well. The other side is a little bit taller than this side, so we'll raise that pony wall up higher. Let's see here. Did that do it? Not really. Let's go one higher. There we go. I think that will do it. Let's look over here. Not bad. I think that'll work close enough. And let's put a few plants in this room. Oops, there we go. Now, it can be kind of tough with plants. They take up a pretty big footprint, and their footprint can interfere with routing and sitting on furniture, stuff like that. So let's take a look and see. I really like this. I might use this. It's a big kind of fallback for me. I use it a lot. Kind of like that. I don't think we're going to leave it red. I don't want to OD on the red. We could do blue. I think we'll go with blue. Let's go with that blue there. And then I like put a few more plants maybe down there by it or something on the tables. The walls of the room are really plain right now. So I think that's part of why I want to put plants there, is to kind of disguise that. We could put art, of course, and we will put art. Let's go ahead and put some art over here. Let's grab. I'm going to do a selection of these. Let's do this here. These look really good, kind of stacked, like that. We're not going to do them all exactly the same. We'll switch up kind of the look here. Let's go with that. That. Let's change that to that. Okay. So we got some modern art there on the wall. We'll throw a nice picture light over it. I bet. Have I even unlocked it yet? Probably not. Nope, I haven't. Let's see here. I'm spelling everything right. No, I didn't do it right. Okay, so let's see. Ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement. I really wish the next group of free stuff they give us, they just give us this, painting light. Unlock it. Unlock the painting light. This one here. Because I use it all the time, but technically you're supposed to get it from the painter career or something. And I'm like, yeah. I kind of wish it was just unlocked to be used. Let's pull this around here. Like that. And we probably should put some sort of art over here. I really wish I had room to put shelves in. And I really don't. Now I could, well, maybe. Let's see here. I could move this in. It should still work there. That makes it a much more cozy seating arrangement. But I think by doing that, we can go ahead and put in some bookshelves, some sort of storage back over there. So we're going to see what we've got to work with. We've got this. I think is this, how big is this? This is also kind of an 80s kind of feeling thing to me. So maybe we use this here. And there's another piece to it, right? Like the other end. Where's the other end? Isn't there another end to it? Let me see here. I know there is. Where is it? Oh, it's this. Here's the other end. Now, where's the middle piece, though? Isn't there a middle piece to it? So we can fill in? I think there is. Let me just see here. Surely there is. I would almost swear that I've used it from that, from that expansion pack. Why do I not see it? Huh. Okay, hold on just a second. Let's do this. If it exists, it should be here with growing together. Oh, there. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that is kind of big, but I think it fits okay, right? Yeah, it's not too bad. I like that. Let's see what colors do we have? We have that and that. We'll go with kind of maybe I'm not sure. It has the match. When look how many swatches there is for that, and then how many there is for this. Not very many. So let's see here. We've got this, and we've got that. Got kind of a darker tone. Those do kind of match. Kinda. Not exactly. I might put some lighting over it, see if it balances out those tones a little bit. Let's see if we go with white. Maybe we should just shoot for white here. Let's shoot for white. And then if I kind of get the tone evened out with some lighting, then we can come back and maybe change the colors a little bit. One thing I don't like about these shelves, though, is there's no place to put knickknacks on them. Because I was thinking about putting some clutter up, but yeah, those are all pretty full. So, okay. I'm still going to leave them though, because I still do love them. And I do think they kind of pull off the vibe I'm going for. So they're going to stay, but yeah, there's no place to put knickknacks. Let's grab a couple of light fixtures here. I think we have, I don't know. Do we have this? There's something in my head. It's like an Oriental lamp, Oriental style. Where is it? Where is it? I'm sure we've got it. Here we go, right here. Let's use that. That would also, I think that also kind of fits in, again, with the era. And we might just go ahead and leave it like blue like that. Let's see here. Take a look at it. Well, what other options do we have? I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it with that. Has a sort of vaguely, blue sort of porcelain or stoneware sort of look to it. So we'll go with that. And then over here on this wall, I don't know, more shelves maybe? Another bookshelf. We've got our plant here. Pull that like out a little bit so it's not quite so much intersecting the wall. Let me see if I turn it around. Maybe that. Lord. We'll go with that. We're going to call that good. No, we're not. No, we're not. That doesn't look good. Let me move it maybe like this. How about this way? That's kind of not really. I'm going to do like that, I guess. I'm going to do like that and call it good. Let's maybe put, I guess we could use the same bookshelf down there, or we can use something different. My thought is use something different because I want to put something on the shelves, and I just don't know if it should be that matchy from wall to wall, but maybe it should. I'm going to go ahead and let's start it like that. And then if I decide that it doesn't work, we can take it out. But I do feel like, yeah, we would have seen more of a matching set of stuff for the era. So maybe. I'm gonna have to really think about that one though. I just don't know. What other sort of... Let's take it out. Let's take it out. We could do... Oh, we have this. Oh, that's what we used already though. Yeah. We have these sort of things. It's actually really cute. They're not really living room material, but they're cute. Oh, this is good though. How about this? Again, that sort of golden tone to it, that definitely looks kind of 80s. So we'll go with that. Kind of matches our coffee table. And I think this comes in a gold. Does it? It does, yes. Kind of gold. So I don't know. Leave it gold or go with white? I think I'm going to go with white. Since the walls are going to be white and the trim's going to be white, we're going to go with white. And then we can throw in maybe a few little knick-knacky things here. I wonder if we should do some art around the top of the wall up here. Because I'm thinking that over here that we should. Like above the bookshelf. Let's see here. One thing we could use would be these picture frames. And then whenever I have a sim in here, I could put actual photographs in them. But I don't know about that. Kind of like it. It's kind of big though. I mean, it is kind of maybe we'll make it a little bit smaller like that. I don't even know if that works though. Does that work, I wonder? Because if we put a picture in there and I make it smaller, does it make the picture smaller or does the picture stick out the sides of the frame? Huh. Because I don't think I've tried it yet. Maybe I did. But I don't think so. So I'm going to delete that actually. Let's just use these for now. But I'm going to have to think about that one if I can actually make that smaller. I'm going to I've got one of those in an apartment in this save in my Shuno, so I might have to just go and test it. Let's see here. If we do something along the top of that, it's going to have to be something small, probably square, real linear look to it. We have this. I don't know. That's not too bad. Let's say I don't know about that, but actually that's not too bad. Can I fit two here? Do I need to? I really don't need to. They come in different designs, but I think just like that is pretty good. What sort of designs do we have to use? I like that a lot. That's very pretty. And then I like what the birds here. I'm going to leave the birds. I'm going to leave the birds like so. Let's grab some decor. Let's see. Magazines. I'm going to grab some magazines because that is a quintessential, I would say, like 70s and 80s type of thing is like magazines out on a table, right? Like on your coffee table or on your entryway table or something. Like my mom, when I was younger, she always had like these magazines. Now, not like this. They were magazines in a fan, right? Kind of spread out in a fan shape on the coffee table. So we'll put some magazines here. Do we have any others, or is that all we have? I thought there was another set of magazines. Well, there's these. That's kind of junky though, kind of clunky looking, but maybe I think we can do that. Let's go ahead and do it. I do kind of like that. Let's do like that. And we'll grab another stack of these, put them on the other side. And then we'll go ahead and kind of change around the color a little bit. And, I never see that anymore. Sometimes at offices, you might still see some magazines, but even that, not as much as you used to. I still carry magazines in my shop for people, but they don't really, I have to admit, they don't really read them very often. Let's just leave it as we have it. But that used to be the case. Oh my God, we had so many magazines. And when I was younger, like in the late 90s, you know, I would say I had some subscriptions to magazines then that I just had, just like Architectural Digest would be one, just because I liked it. I don't really do that anymore, though. It's kind of weird. I guess when I want to see architecture now, I can just look it up online. That's why. Let's find some sort of decor. I really would love to get a decor pack from The Sims of just like vases and knickknacks and kind of clutter. Because I'm forever going through this stuff trying to find something. Well, and that fits automatically. I didn't have to do anything. That's good. Let's put that in here. How about this? Will it go up there? It does. I'm going to put one on each side. I'm going to make them a little bit smaller so they don't compete quite so much with the red one. And we'll leave them as red and blue. Like so. This room's actually getting kind of full. I mean, it's pretty fleshed out. I do have this plant over here and I'm going to leave it. But I think I'm going to grab these pictures here and do this side as well. This sort of like modern, you know, just pure decorative kind of art. We'll do, let's see. I want to change them around so they all look different, of course. So like maybe that and that. So we've got some art on the walls. We could probably fit in one more small planter down there. I'm really decorating this living room and I don't even know if I'm going to keep all this stuff. I mean, my idea is to outfit this place, and then when the new pack gets here, I'm going to kind of switch things around, right? Do some stuff with the new stuff in the pack, bring all that in. But I really like this room. I don't think I'm going to do it with this room. This room I'm going to keep just the way it is. Let's see here. Let's do, we've got blue or we've got red. I'm going to go with blue because it's got a lighter color bowl. I do want to keep things kind of light in here, kind of light, kind of airy. What can we use here? That kind of just intersects with that lamp. If I turn it like that, though, it's fine. Maybe this. Let's use this particular thing here. We're going to make it smaller so it kind of fits back here better. That. Hopefully it does not interfere with that chair. I don't think it will. Hopefully it doesn't. Okay, and then we've got our first room done. I was just going to place a few things there to kind of map out, you know, scale-wise what we're dealing with. But I like that. I'm going to leave it just like that. Nicely outfitted. I think out here, I wish I could make the stairs a little more tight. I wish we had spiral stairs in the game. I wish I could make those a little more tight. I really can't. And I do like that look, but I would like a little more room out here than what I have. I also think we'll do, let's see here, maybe just a sitting area here. And I was thinking about putting a little table and chair here, or chairs maybe. Let's grab a couple of occasional chairs real quick. We'll put them there just kind of as an idea, right? Kind of where we're headed. Let's grab I don't know that the color matters. See, that's what happens. I start picking out the colors and I start to get attached to it, and I'm gonna have the whole thing decorated by the time the pack gets here. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to change that. I don't want to change that. Where am I going to put this new pack stuff? I don't want to change anything. Those might, I don't know. That feels a little crowded there. But I'm afraid any closer and they won't light the fireplace. So I'm going to leave that for now. We're going to grab a small table to put in the middle. Like a really small table. Like maybe this is kind of cool. And then I'm going to just hope and pray that somehow through some miracle, they actually will light the fireplace. Or maybe through some bigger miracle, we get spiral staircases in this new pack. We're not going to get spiral staircases in this new pack. But that would be a miracle. That would be something I'd really love. And maybe I'm not going to put those there. I don't know. I'm going to grab a sofa. Let's see if we can find some kind of sofa here. Something kind of cushy. You know what I wish we had? I wish we had a really great pillow back sofa. That's kind of a late 80s, early 90s sort of style and trend. Maybe all the way through the later 90s even. So the sofa wouldn't have like a built-in cushion back. It would just have pillows against a hard back. I always loved that. I always loved that look. So maybe again, would like to do this, but Lord, that blanket. Did we need a blanket on this ultra modern sofa? Leather sofa? No, not really, Maxis. We didn't. Oh, I hit the wrong button there. Let's move this here. Maybe here. Let's put it here, maybe? Here. Let's try here. And then maybe we'll just put these chairs kind of over here. Maybe like that. And I am just going to call this placeholder because I do for sure think I'm going to come in and really change the look of all this. This is just like, okay, well, a sofa will fit here, chairs will fit here, table will fit here type of placement. And then when I go through and kind of start play testing this stuff with Sims, if they have trouble routing through any of this, if they have trouble, sitting on any of this, I can catch it before the pack gets here. And then when it does get here, it'll be a lot easier for me to just quickly swap things out. Do that. We'll grab a doorway. Something probably just a simple sort of, maybe this one. Like that. We're going to put a small bathroom in here, which I've done recently. I do this all the time. Fit a bathroom into this sort of 1x2 tile space instead of a 2x3 tile space or a 2x2 tile space. Let's grab the same tile that we used out here. And it requires kind of sliding things around just a little bit using the Alt button. We have to intersect our toilet here. We have to intersect that. Maybe we'll go with this one. Let's go with this toilet. We have to intersect it into the wall, right? To create a little more space here for walking. And the same thing's true of the sink. So when we grab a sink here, we'll need to kind of slide it into the wall ever so slightly. So maybe we'll take this one, kind of a nice contemporary look, pull it back here. I always have to play test this because, chances are I'll end up having to slide it around a little bit more. Sometimes I get the sink too far into the wall and then the sim won't use it. Maybe just about, let me turn on the grid marker there. Usually I try to get it just past that, just past the halfway mark. And it does, eventually it'll work. It's not too hard to deal with. It's just kind of just getting it right. We'll try turning that tree a little bit. So there's not as much in the bathroom, right? And then we'll grab this one and see. Oh, that didn't work. Let's just slide it out then, like so. And we'll put a mirror in there. Is this too big? I think it is, yeah. How about that one? We'll use that one. Nice modern touch to the mirror. And that does kind of worry me, the way it's overlapping the door there. In fact, is it? I'm going to try setting it in a little bit more. Whoops. Do kind of like this. Maybe we can make it look, you know, like it's the faucet's built into the wall, right? Do that. It's kind of a modern look. Okay, I'm going to hope that that does work. It should work. Let's see here. Whoops. I think I'm going to turn on, let's go into live mode here. Oh, okay. So as you can see, I can't exit the lot because there are 3 too many elevators on the lot. Actually, there are 4 too many elevators on the lot, because you're not supposed to have elevators on a lot anyway, because this is not technically a penthouse lot. This is just where I'm building in advance, but I do have elevators on every single floor, just as it'll be set up when I have the penthouse in place. That's kind of a build trick that I discovered way, way back with City Living. Okay, when it first came out, it would only let you put 1 elevator on a lot, and I wanted an elevator on every floor of my penthouse, right? Because to me, that made more sense. That's the way it would be in real life. So I figured out a way that you could just encase the elevator in a room, and then you just place the room wherever you want it, and it brings the elevator with it. Whereas if you try to just place the elevator without the room around it, it won't work, right? Now, the drawback is, of course, when I try to leave, it says, you know, you can't exit the lot, but you can. One way you do it, or the way you do it, I'm going to save this real quick. The way you do it is you have to exit out through Manage Worlds, which again, I mean, I must have had a lot of time on my hands, or I was just really bound determined that elevator was going to work. You exit out through Manage Worlds, and then you re-enter the lot from the world screen, right? And so in that way, your elevator will stay on the lot, and you can use them, you know, as much as you want. And that is an old build trick. And it was actually the very first video I ever made for YouTube, was showing how to do that. It's like a 5-minute video. I have more views of it than anything else by far on my channel. And still to this day, a lot of times it is the highest ranking thing that I've ever done. I mean, for every week, more people are still watching it every week than a lot of other stuff. And can they even get into this place? Probably not yet. And what is going on here? I wonder. Why is it not going down? Page down. It's kind of weird. Am I not here? Hold on. Do they not live here? Paolo Rocco, do you not live here, buddy? Okay, so why can't I get into this place? It's weird. Let's see here. No, I don't want to lock it. It's almost acting like this isn't his house, or they're not on this lot. Let me have him go home. No, he is home. He has to be home because I selected it from the world screen. Huh. Now that is really strange. Let's see here. What to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what's wrong with it. This is so weird. I don't know what to do. Let me pause this. And none of them are in the building. They're all outside, which is kind of strange too. Oh, you know what? Well, do I have it set as a penthouse lot? Maybe I couldn't have it set that way. Let's have him teleport in here and see what happens. Anything? Where is he? It shows him in there. Okay, something's weird. I don't know what's weird with this. Some glitch, some new glitch, some glitch I don't know. That's strange. Let's try this again. We're going to go back to manage worlds, see if we can get in here another way. I don't know what is wrong with this. This is strange. Okay, let's try it again. So we go here and we want to play. Let's grab Paolo. Let's just play him this way. How did I get here before? Did I hit the main play button, the big play button? Maybe that's what I did. And so we'll see this time if maybe this will get us there. Okay. It's still not going down. I don't know. That's strange. Okay. I was going to play test the bathroom real quick. But let me double check. What is this place here? It's a residential lot. That is so strange. I don't know what to make of it. I'm at a real loss with that. That is really, really odd. Now, I have not placed elevators on an actual non-penthouse lot in a while. I mean, you can see they do place. I can't imagine that would be interfering with it. I mean, why would they do that? Why would they fix it to that point? To that point where if you manage to put an elevator on the lot, it just won't let you use the lot. Why go through the trouble of trying to do that? I don't know. But somehow I really want to get in and do this. Let's try this one more time. I wonder if one of them is off the lot. If I come back to the lot from off of it. Okay, he's at home. He's at home. Home. They're all at home. So well, okay. Wonder if I don't know what to do. I guess I could go in and I could try deleting. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird, Ella? I know, it's so strange. I don't know what to think. I guess I'm thinking I could go into CAS mode, into create a sim. And then I'm not going to change anything. Let's exit out and see if that activates the lot. I have no idea. If that doesn't work, I'm going to go in and I'm going to just try. It's not taking me to the lot. It's taking me to manage households. Okay, so if it doesn't work, I might try going into build mode and taking the elevators out and see if for some reason that's what the problem is. It could be that. I would love to say maybe they're updating the elevators to work on residential lots, and that's why they're screwed up right now, because the full update won't come through until the new pack. But that is crazy talk. That's like just me being ridiculously hopeful. Yep, still can't get in there. Okay, so oh man, what am I going to do with this mess? They're all exhausted. Look at them crying, poor things. One thing I'll do is I'm going to fix their needs. And then I don't know. Wow. I'm going to go into build mode. I'm going to let's go through cast this way and see if it works. Modifying casts. I've never had this happen to me either. Never have I had this happen. I mean, like one time something like this happened, but the thing was, it's because they weren't actually at home. They were like at the lot next door, but they were standing in front of their house. But since they weren't technically home, you know, you couldn't go in, you couldn't do anything with it. But This doesn't seem to be the case. You know, it doesn't seem to be. I mean, they're at home. I'm clicking on their house. So, and there's no option to go through and click go home, right? So let's see here. There should be like a little home thing if they could go home if it didn't work. It's not working though. Let's go to build mode. I'm going to take out the elevators. I'm going to see if that fixes it. Like I said, I can't imagine that for some reason they would have changed that at this point, right? I'm going to save this real quick. Might as well go ahead and save it. Let's save that for later. I can't imagine why they would have changed it like that, but maybe. Seems like it would take extra programming to do that. So, you know, they wouldn't do that. All right, let's go back into live mode. And is it working now? Nope, still not working. So it wasn't the elevators. It's just the lot. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Ever since you got for rent every time. Oh, really? You know, the last time my sim had a kid, now I don't do it very often. The last time my sim had a kid, they had a boy. But, you know, I don't know if that's part of, I haven't really thought about being part of a glitch because I don't have children in game that much. A lot of times I just create toddlers or something rather than go through the pregnancy part. But I did recently do pregnancy. It did come out a boy. So maybe that's it. Never get girls and can't. That could be weird. That could be a thing in the game. It could. You probably know this already. There's a cheat called cas.fulledit-mode. So cas.fulledit-mode, you know, all one word. If you put that cheat in, you could take the newborn or not the newborn. You could take the infant into cas and you could change the sex to a girl that way if you want. And then it should remain, I mean, genetically, it should still be, I think, is that right? Can you do, yeah, you should be able to do that without any problem. In fact, let's try that real quick here. I mean, since, you know, I can't check my build at the moment anyway. Full edit mode, enter. Hopefully that worked. And we'll check one of these little kids here. So it should keep it, in that case, genetically the same. So here we go. Oh, yeah, because see, we have it right here. So if you want to change Paul here to a girl, you can just go like that. And it'll change him. And then everything else remains the same. You know, basically the same basic look and stuff remains the same. Different clothes, obviously, but the same basic look. If we have an infant instead, there's him as an infant. Again, we can kind of change him to a little girl, you know. And I don't think you could do it with the infants in the crib. You know, the infant that's locked to the crib, the object baby. I don't think you can do that. But we can do it once they're at the infant stage and go into cas. So that'll work if you ever want to, if you ever feel the need or want to do it. Or you can adopt. Adoption is always good too. Oh, shoot. Oh my gosh. So I can't get out of cas. I guess I can just hit this. Can I cancel? I can cancel. But it wouldn't let me save anything. It's because I didn't do anything? I don't know. I'm having some issues. Let's exit create a sim. And it could have. Yeah, it could have. I mean, the really weird thing is if it did change the frequency of boys to 100%, that should be a really easy thing for them to go in and change back, right? I mean, that should be a question of going in and literally just, this still isn't working, literally just going in and resetting it to 50-50 or whatever they normally do, you know. So I don't know why they wouldn't fix that pretty quickly, but they might not. Lord knows there's plenty of other things that maybe it's just harder than I think. You know, it's just harder than I think. It was easy enough to break it, right? It's easy enough to break it. Okay, so cas was broken there. I could not save in cas. I couldn't just check mark my way out of cas. I had to cancel out of cas. And I still cannot get this house to work. So what to do, what to do, what to do. Let's go into build mode here. I guess I can work on this some more, and you know, I can always save it. I can maybe move it to a different lot. Maybe there's just a problem with this lot. There could be a problem with platforms. I've been having these issues here lately with build mode, and I have been using a lot of platforms. So maybe. Up here, we're going to have kind of a family room, though, and I think we will not use tile up here. We'll go ahead and use some sort of wood. Let's throw some wood in real quick. Like that. Well, yeah, I mean, when lots of people do report the issue, it might get fixed. In theory, that's how it's supposed to work. I mean, I've seen lots of things that have tons and tons of Me Too's next to them that aren't fixed, unfortunately. But maybe, I'm hopeful. I hope that it will get fixed for you. Oh, you know what? Actually, I don't want to. I'm going to just put my original build back here with the elevators in it. Let's bulldoze this lot. Let's go here. Maybe replacing it will do the trick. Maybe if I put it down and just replace it, that'll somehow do the trick. I don't know. We'll check it again here in a little bit before I end the stream tonight and bring everything to an end. I will go ahead and check it one more time, see if I can get in here and kind of play test stuff. Okay, so we've got our elevator lobby here on the second floor, just like we have kind of down on the first floor. Let's see here. Kind of fill in some of this paint. My thought is both downstairs and upstairs, we're going to do kind of closets here. Down here, we'll do somewhat larger one. We could go ahead and grab some doors and put there, actually. Let's grab this door here. So we'll put a little door here to create a coat closet. Put some sort of closet here. I don't know about that door, though, now that I have it there. I got something kind of wonky going on here. Let's fix that real quick. Like that. And we'll grab something else. I hope really that The Sims 4 just isn't getting too big, too overburdened. I mean, I know they're planning, you know, a few more years of it, right? So I hope it's not getting too big and too overburdened. I can kind of remember back with The Sims 3, there being periods where basically every 20 minutes you would save your game because, you know, that was towards the end, especially. It was so unstable that it would crash, you know? So about every 20 minutes, you'd go through and kind of save your game. Let's do that. Go down here. Now for a family room, we've got a lot of space up here. Maybe divide it into 3 sections. So do kind of a home theater area here. And let's see here. I don't think we have any true home theater type chairs. We could use a sectional, of course. We could use stuff like this, though. I think I'll use this for now. Let's do something like this. This is actually a pretty big space. I mean, for a 20 by 15 lot, this room does feel pretty big. There might be too many. I guess it's not too many chairs. They might have a lot of friends. We'll grab a great big old TV here and put on the wall like a this size, something really large, a real kind of movie theater screen size screen. I'm going to make sure we have a video game system in here. A little console. Actually, I hope Paralives doesn't die either. I think some of the worst news we got of late was that Life by You, it was closing down. I think that was some of the worst news that we've gotten of late. I love The Sims. I use it all the time. I play with it all the time. I write stories with it all the time. I build with it all the time. But at the same time, EA needs some competition desperately. And I really hoped, we're going to have Paralives. We're going to have Life by You. Life by You's by like a regular size studio, right? A real studio. And I'm going to say real studio. Paradox is a real studio too, but they're smaller than say, who does Life by You? Can't remember. Anyway, they're a smaller outfit. And I thought, yeah, this would be a really big group to kind of take on EA with this sort of simulation genre, right? And no, they went under. So I was really, really disappointed. I was really disappointed to hear that. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and grab some tables of some sort. We'll grab maybe... I would like to put tables between the chairs, like with a true sort of theater setup, but there's just not really any way of doing that. I mean, not really. I could try this and see what it looks like, but I don't think it's going to look any good. Bring it together in the middle like that. That doesn't really do it. Now, one thing that does kind of work with that, I think it did. It's been a long time since I've done it. Let's take a look here. It's the outdoor furniture, but I think it is still in this. There it is. This sort of thing here does work pretty well with these tables on each side of it. Let's see here. We'll do it like that. Like that. See, it just fits just exactly. Where this one, there's gaps, right? So we could use these chairs. Really wasn't what I was planning, but we could use them. We could go with blue. It comes in the green's pretty. It's got like a nice red, sort of rattan, look there. Let's go with that for now. And kind of see. I like these because they look kind of big and comfy, right? Now the Sims don't care. every chair is comfy to the Sims, so it's not any big deal. But that's why I kind of chose those. I think. You're right. I mean, was Life by You by Paradox? Is that who was making it? Right. Life by You is the one that got canceled. Who's Paralives by? Like, what group is doing that? I can't remember the name of their studio. That was what I was trying to remember. Yeah, I do think Paradox did Life by You. And then, who is doing Paralives? I don't know. I can't remember their name. Well, I don't know if I'm going to like that either, really. I was thinking, I mean, it does look kind of good with this, but, I guess I could eyeball it and bring it out. Oh, for goodness sakes. I'm going to take this out. Let's just put it back the way it was. That has more of a home theater look to it anyway. I'm not getting my hopes up too much for Paralives simply because... I think it's going to take a long time. They've been at it for a little while, and I still have a lot of hope that they'll get it done, but I think it's going to take a long time. It takes a lot to develop one of these games, and Maxis and EA have a big head start. Maybe go with that. Maybe. or something like this in front of, yeah, maybe like that. I don't know if this is going to come in a swatch I'm going to like. And I think ultimately that's why Life by You did not succeed or got kind of canceled, is because it's just a lot. It's a lot to try to take on. That feels awfully like an awfully big arrangement, and I'm not sure I like it, but I think I am going to leave it for the time being. And you're right, Paralive Studio is a very small company. It is. They're really doing, I mean, the last I saw, assuming that it's real, in-game footage, assuming that's something they've really actually done, they're doing great work. I mean, I do think that they are truly, on the right track. I think they're really trying hard, and I think they're really on the right track. I have just a lot of faith, in what they're doing. But, I think it's going to be a while. Let's see here. I'm looking for, of course, like a gaming table and chairs. I always forget that we have ping pong. I always forget that. I guess because, it's so big. We could put a ping pong table up here. Maybe. I mean, does it seem like too much? I don't know. I never use it. And we've got a foosball table. I never use that either because it's too big. In general, Let's do it. I'm going to go ahead and grab this. I'm going to grab our alma mater here. And we'll put that. Gosh, who is this group again? This is Brightchester, Foxbury. It's Foxbury. Foxbury is my favorite. I like that campus the best. We'll put it here. Well, it's so hard with the art style on both of those games. I like Paralive's. I like their art look too, but it's hard to know because both of them, it's still so early, and a lot of that can and does change. We could just make this kind of a family sort of game type room up here. Let's go ahead and put in the foosball, and maybe we could put in a pet, Let's put in maybe a pet over here by the window. Let's go with that kind of style. Maybe on this side, we could put in some kids stuff or toddler stuff. We do have a playhouse. It's kind of big. I don't think we're going to use that, but we could maybe do... We've got the dartboard, of course, including the new version of the dartboard that we got for free recently. Let's see here, though. Let's do this. Let's put this out here for kids. I don't think toddlers can play with that. It is called still says supports toddlers, but they can't play with it, I don't think. Why do I think that? I don't know. I could be wrong, but that is what I think. And we've still got plenty of space. We could try to put in some more activities of some sort, maybe. I'm going to grab a toy box. I will put a toy box in here. Oh, alma mater. Alma mater. Martyr. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it correctly, really. It means in the United States, it means your college or university, where you went to university at. So when I said my alma mater, that means I went to Foxbury University here in game. And I love my university so much, right, that I bought a ping pong table emblazoned with its mascot and its logo. So that's what it means. Let's see. At least here in the States. Now, I don't know what it would mean necessarily in Britain. Probably the same thing or close to the same thing, but you never know. British and English, British English and American English terms do vary. You know, they do kind of mean slightly different things, you know, to each side of the Atlantic. Maybe give him, let's put a little toy box. Let's put it over here. Like so. And then we've got all these chairs. I guess we could do some sort of seating back here, or we could do tables or something. Could put a bar. We could build in some sort of bar up here. Since this is going to be our game room, we could go ahead and put in some sort of bar up here. Not like a bar. Well, yeah, maybe like a bar. I do want to be able to make drinks up here, but we could... I'm thinking of putting in like a little refrigerator, a microwave, all that sort of stuff. That's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. We could put some sort of bar up here. Let's use this. It comes in red. Maybe that's why they like red so much in this place. I've used a lot of red. Since Foxbury's colors are red, we'll just go with that. We'll say that's why they use so much red in this house. You can see my cursor there keeps getting a little bit stuck too. That kind of worries me a little bit. We'll grab this, and then let's grab a little refrigerator. Grab a little red one for here. The reds don't exactly match, but I'm going to say it's probably close enough. I guess we could change the color. Maybe white. Maybe the white would be closer. Let's go with white. The white's not really, it's not really white. You can kind of tell the difference there, but we'll go ahead and go with white. We'll leave it at that. Do we have something better in this kind of setup? Nah, not really. I do like that new fridge with the wood tone on it, but not for here. We could probably grab, we have ice cream, we have popcorn. You know, we have a drink, little drink tray. We have coffee and tea and stuff. Oh, we have a pizza oven. That's right. So let's put a pizza oven up here. I don't want it to be too visible, though, from down here. So, I don't want to get too much stuff up there. Let's move this over here. At least it might be kind of disguised, you know, kind of hidden by that wall there. Because then we could have some pizza and we could have something to drink out of the fridge or out of the bar. And maybe I'll go ahead and put a, you know, I would like to put a microwave. A microwave makes a lot of sense for a game room. But whenever Sims eat out of the microwave, it seems like they don't like it. Maybe it's just my Sims, but it seems like they don't ever like it, so I don't use it very much. Let's use the new sink. We'll put that there. It's kind of a bar sink, and we'll go with that. That kind of flesh out our little game room up here for this penthouse family. And, you know, I've never actually used this table. It'll be kind of, will be kind of cool to see if the table, how it works. Now, I've used this other stuff. I've used this and this. I don't know if I've used this. I must have used it at university once or twice. Not a lot. There's not a lot of room up here for decor, like wall coverings or anything. We don't have a lot of need for it. I don't even really see much of a need to put out knickknacks and stuff, at least not at the moment. Maybe with the new person, or maybe with the new pack. Maybe with the new pack, maybe. I might put some stuff up here from the new pack. I don't know. Oh, okay. So that's how it works. So if a child sim builds on it, then the toddler will kind of play with what's on there. Aha, I get it. That makes sense. That, actually kind of makes sense. Now, I'd kind of hope the toddlers would just build something kind of crazy on it, you know, like toddlers build with. But I can see, yeah, like a kid builds something and then the toddler comes along and plays with what they built. That makes some sense. That's cool. I can't wait to see how that works. And I don't know. If the British may not say it, even at university. They might not. It might just be an American term, you know, might be. And I don't know. It's probably Latin for something. What? I don't know. I don't speak Latin, but it's probably Latin for something. One thing that's going to be missing up here, oh boy, is a bathroom. Yeah, it's a bathroom. Because it really wouldn't make sense in this type of house or in any house that you're going to have, well, maybe some houses, but I don't think we would have an upstairs space like this without a bathroom. So my thought is, instead of this being a closet, we go ahead and make it a bathroom like this, maybe. Kind of frame it in. I guess that's fine. I don't really want to lose too much of our view, but it doesn't really matter that much. Let's do it like that. Let's go ahead and grab that door, put it here. Are we going to get too much bleed in by that tree? No. That seems fine. We'll go ahead and throw some paint on it. Like so. Let's grab toilet and a sink, and we're good to go. I think I'll use the same toilets and sinks pretty much through the house, except for maybe the master bathroom. That's where I might go ahead and kind of, you know, deviate from that. Whoops. There we go. Do a basic outfitting there. I'm going to really hope when I go to try this lot that I've not, you know, since it wasn't working a while ago, that it's not the lot. I wouldn't have to, you know, I don't want to have to rebuild everything. I'm going to hope that or it's not the build. If it's a lot, that's fine. I can move to a different lot. I'm going to hope it's not the build, because I don't want to rebuild everything. Now, on this floor, we're going to have 2 kids' bedrooms. I think we will, let's take a look here. Put the bathrooms in the middle, right? So maybe, let's see. Probably go ahead and extend it here and here. And then cut it down the middle, of course. That means one of the kids will not have any windows in their bathroom. Well, you know what? I don't think I'm doing windows on this one either, because it will throw off the way it looks on the outside. So that's fine. What we need to look at doing is putting in closets, of course. Let's see here. Grab a couple of closets from my library here. I have a pre-made closet I use called the closet with mirrors, as it says here. That is exactly what it says, a closet with mirrors. I think we'll put it here. That's what I think. And we'll go ahead and move that one over there. I just took the Get Together closet from the Get Together pack, and I just inserted mirrors into the front of the closet so that it looks like it is a mirrored closet door. I did that a long time ago. At the time, we didn't have a tool mod, so I had to just kind of line it up. And nowadays, it would be a lot easier. You know, I could just use tool mod to do it, but at the time, since it was kind of problematic, I went through and I saved just a version of it with walls around it so that whenever I needed to use it, I didn't have to try to fit the mirrors in place, which requires, you know, deleting the walls, fitting the mirrors in place, putting the walls back, you know, stuff like that. And I think at some point I put both the elevator, you know, that I was talking about earlier, walled in so that I can place it anywhere, and that closet with mirrors on my gallery. It in case anybody else ever wanted to use it. Let's do that. Go ahead and fill that in too. And we're getting this pretty well outfitted. The floor plan is going to be pretty much done pretty quickly because now we've got two pretty good sized kids rooms. In fact, these are actually really good sized kids rooms. We'll put a door. I don't want to put it right in the middle. Let's put it here and then here. And even though we have a lot of space in the kids' rooms, my thought is out here, maybe we'll just put kind of a seating area. So like, you know, when they have friends come over, stuff like that, there's a place kind of hang out, a kind of common area space to hang out. We really don't need it because these rooms are really large, but that's what we're going to do. Up here on this floor, we're going to have our master suite. Again, a sitting area out here for the master bedroom. Grab some paint. There's some paint on the walls. For the master bedroom out here on the landing, I will probably do closets. I mean, not closets, an office, some sort of home office for mom and dad, right? Out here on the landing. They can look out the windows that way. I might do the same thing with the kids out there. Try to keep that thing from rubber banding. Let's see here. Since it is the parents' room, we're going to do something a little bit fancier, a little bit grander of a door, big kind of double door. I guess we'll put the entrance to the bedroom here. And since it's the parents' room, we're going to go ahead and this is going to be a huge room, I think, a huge bedroom. Let's mark this part off for a bathroom and a closet. And we'll have the closet. I might need a little more. I might need more room than this, but well, let me see here. I want a lot of room for this bathroom. So we might do the closet like this. So partway in the bathroom, partway in the bedroom. And we'll do it as a walk, like as a pass-through closet. So if we're going to do it as a pass-through closet, there's kind of two options. If you have the Dream Home Decorator Pack, which I do, and this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to just build kind of a walk-in closet in here for them to use for clothing. If you don't, you just have get-together. You could put the get-together closets on each side for his and hers type closets, you know, just for the look. And then I'm going to do... We'll just use this door here, in fact. I'm going to do double doors, maybe. I'm thinking double doors like this, right? Into the closet, into the bathroom. But then it hits me, well, yeah, but then what if I want to use this wall space? I guess if I do, I can always switch that. I can always switch those doors out for smaller doors later. But again, here's kind of our bathroom, closet, bedroom look. We could probably even go ahead and make this closet a little bit bigger. And with Dream Home Decorator, I might. We really don't need to, though, because the Sims really don't care. You know, everything in the Sims fits in whatever. You could put like a one-tile dresser in there, and it holds everything. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm also going to end up debating about putting a doorway here directly into the bathroom from the bedroom. Probably end up debating that, but we'll see. And the only other thing, I got to figure out what to do with that. You know, those windows are kind of weird. They kind of just stick above. It's kind of strange. And we'll need to put some furniture out here. Maybe some sort of, I don't know what. I really don't know what I'm going to put out there. Something. Put these tiles out here real quick. And let's grab, I'm going to use the same flooring kind of just throughout this house for now. And I might end up that'll just be the way it is. Do this here. And we'll grab some tile for our bathrooms. Put some tile in here, of course. Oh, I did put tile there. Okay. So it kind of outfits that. Now I'm going to try again. I'm going to try to get in here and actually play test this a little bit. I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see if it works this time. I did demolish the first building and then replace it, right? So we'll take a look and see. Let's see here. Again, since I have elevators on this lot, this is eventually going to go into a penthouse. Since I have placed elevators here, we'll have to exit through the Manage World screen. Go through like this. See what we come up with. Hopefully it'll work this time. Fingers crossed. I'm very hopeful that we are going to have a successful conclusion this time. Go here to Oasis Springs. Pull up our family here. I'm just going to go through the big play button. Then anybody that's home, I should encounter them. I think they're all at home. Probably still, right? We're going to see. I don't know. I'm real nervous about it. If it doesn't work, I'm going to go to an entirely different lot and try placing it there and see if it works. And then if that doesn't work, I'm going to just cry. Yeah, see, still not going down. Nothing's happening. I can't lower the walls on it. And are there any interactions I can do? Just lock. So my Sims can't go up here and knock on the door. Oh, wait a minute. He does have a go home. Let's try that. Okay, because I was saying earlier, one time when this happened, it, for whatever reason, it was reading them as not actually being at home, not actually being here. Of course, he's saying he can't go home. Did he just say he can't go home? Buddy, of course you can go. Let's try that again. He's saying he can't go home. But that was a problem once before, was that the game read them as being outside the lot. Okay. You are home. Go home. That's not going to work. Can he travel home? Let's try that. I'm going to travel on my own. And we'll see if we can travel to the home. It's not available. Okay, so he is there. So that just leaves me with going in and trying to place this build on another lot and see if it works in that case. And I have no idea what could be broken with it. None. I've not encountered this at all anywhere. 20 by 15. Is this 20 by 15? 30 by 20. This is 20 by 15. Let's go to that lot and we will. Let's start by playing them. Let's see how widespread this is. Let's see if I get over there. Can they enter their house? Is their house usable? Right? Maybe it's an Oasis problem. Maybe it's an Oasis problem. We'll check their house first. If that works, then we'll knock it down and we'll put this build there and we'll see if that works. We'll see. Okay, so here we are. A little build I did for the Horse Ranch pack, and it's working because there they are, right? They're inside it. It is working. I don't have any sort of platforms or anything here, but it's working. So, yeah, that tells me it's not an Oasis problem, and we'll see if it is a build problem. How much money do they have? Yeah, they have more than enough money for me to swap this out. So let's go into build mode. I didn't save the copy I was working with, but I don't think that really matters. We'll just go ahead and we'll pull the most recent copy that I did save and we'll place it here and see if it has an issue. It did just kick them out on the street, so we'll see here. Oh yeah. Manage worlds. Go to manage worlds. Here we go. There was like a little survey recently, and one of the questions it asked was, "Are you bothered by loading screens?" And I'm not terribly bothered. Sometimes they are really long. Sometimes. So I'm not, but otherwise, I'm not terribly bothered, but I wish we had an open neighborhood at least, to go from building to building. That's what I kind of wish. Okay, so it's working over here. So the thing is, this must be, yeah, it's working over here. Must be a problem with that particular lot. Where's our kid here? Well, that solves that at least. We know that the problem, there's our dad inside. Can he use the bathroom? We know the problems with that other lot over there for some reason. What could be the problem with that lot? I have no idea. I demolished the house there. I replaced it. Maybe exiting out and saving later when I go in, it'll work there. If not, I'm going to just use it here. I mean, it's fine to build it on this lot. It's not going to stay here. So yeah, it's perfectly fine to build here. That's why that one house that went to Horse Ranch was there. That's where I built it. Horse Ranch came out. I put it over in Chestnut Ridge, right? So that kind of seals it. It does work. His bathroom worked there, by the way. As you can see, the 1 tile by 2 tile bathroom worked for him just fine. Let him come in here and take a seat. That furniture's kind of tight. Let's see if it works. Yeah, it works. Everything's coming along well. Whew! I do feel a whole lot better. I do feel a whole lot better that it's not the build. It's the lot. Because I thought, oh man, if I've been working on this all this time and it doesn't work, I'm going to die. And as you can see, the elevators also, it wasn't an elevator problem, thankfully. Haha. All right. And that's it for tonight. That's it for this particular stream. Please hit like, subscribe, and notify if you've enjoyed this stream, if you're watching it now, or if you're watching it on archive. I do save everything on YouTube so it can be viewed later. We're going to continue working on this probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Depends on how tired I am after work. For sure on Sunday. For sure on Sunday and Monday. I typically stream on Sunday and Mondays. And we're going to finish working on this build. We'll probably finish this on Sunday, maybe. For sure on Sunday and Monday we'll finish it. And we'll have our third build ready for Lovestruck. I've already built a discotheque and I built an apartment building for Lovestruck. So this will be the penthouse. Now, I really don't know what other lots we have or what other lots I would need. Probably just general housing. As we get more trailers and more information, I might... Well, we know we have another penthouse coming, right? We do know that. We have 2 penthouse lots. But I don't know how big the other penthouse lot is. So I'm kind of holding off building on it so I don't get kind of stuck. If I break down, I might go ahead and I might do it as a 20 by 30 and just pray and hope that the second penthouse lot is a little bit bigger than this one, right? Because 20 by 15 is kind of small. But I don't know. I kind of dig this place. I mean, it is small for a penthouse, I think, in some ways, but it also, I don't know, it's got a good look so far. It's getting there. It's got some work left to do, but it's kind of getting there. Let's see. His work starts in an hour. I'm going to pause it so he doesn't go to work yet. And that's what we'll be working on. So, yes, please hit like, subscribe, and notify. And in the meantime, thank you for watching.